Did you know that black people may have arrived in the Americas before Christopher Columbus? Today, we will delve into the fascinating topic of the black roots of the Americas, uncovering the pre-Columbian presence of black individuals in this land. Historical evidence strongly suggests that African civilizations had maritime technology far more advanced than previously believed. Some ancient documents depict black individuals alongside Native Americans, raising questions about their origin. Renowned historians and scholars have put forth compelling arguments supporting an African presence in the Americas long before Columbus. According to some, ancient Africans sailed across the Atlantic, potentially establishing contact with indigenous peoples several centuries prior to the arrival of Columbus. Archaeological discoveries further support this theory, as artifacts found in various parts of the Americas exhibit cultural similarities with African civilizations. These artifacts include pottery, tools, and even agricultural practices. Africa's rich history reveals numerous civilizations with sophisticated navigation skills, maritime knowledge, and a desire for exploration. Crossing the vast Atlantic Ocean may not have been as insurmountable as once thought. Columbus Day is celebrated on the second Monday in October each year. Christopher Columbus first arrived on the American continent in 1492. He left Europe hoping to find a direct route to Asia, but instead stumbled upon the Americas. Columbus became known as the man who discovered the New World of the Americas. However, what if none of these things were true? An act or process of finding something according to the Oxford Dictionary. The argument then arose: how can one claim that Native Americans found America if they were aware of it just by virtue of their residence there? However, some argue that the simplest definition of discovery is the first observation of something. If so, that's how we all came to know America. I may also say that I discovered America in 2008 because I arrived here in 2008. Keep in mind that the word America, in this context, refers to the continent. That being said, this is unrelated to the matter at hand. The idea is that, unlike popular belief, slavery may not have been the origin of black Americans' existence in the country. Actually, there is evidence that at least 180 years before Christopher Columbus, West Africans traveled over the Atlantic to the Americas. Let me present you to Mansa Abu Bakr II, the ruler of the former West African Kingdom of Mali. An intelligent guy, Mansa Abu Bakr was inquisitive about what lay beyond the Atlantic Ocean. He dispatched some of his troops to investigate the ocean's boundaries in 1311, armed with enough food to last them for years and 200 ships. Until they discover what lies behind the Atlantic Ocean, he gave them the order to stay away. The captain of the lone ship reportedly said, "We traveled for a long time and there appeared in the open sea a river with a powerful current," when asked what had happened. The other ships continued forward, but they vanished from view after arriving at that location. Personally, I tried it once but refrained from going into the river. Thus, King Abu Bakr II made the decision to gather even more ships, 2,000, to be exact, and supply them with provisions, animals, food, and water. He then abdicated the throne from his brother Mansa Musa and set out on a voyage of self-discovery. Is it possible that they ever made it to the Americas? They don't seem to have made a comeback. The answer seems to be yes, based on the data those contemporary historians, archaeologists, and scholars are presently presenting. The supporting data and sources I could locate are as follows. Black-skinned people had come from the southeast in boats, trading in gold-tipped spears, according to Leo Wiener in his book Africa and the Discovery of America. The spearheads appear to have been referred to by the Native Americans as Guanan, which is the Mandinka language of the Mali Empire for gold. Columbus also claimed to have seen structures like mosques when he first arrived in America. Since the inhabitants of the Kingdom of Mali were Muslims, it's possible that they constructed mosques throughout their time there. Studies on African skeletons found in America indicate that they date to the 13th century and are probably connected to Mansa Abu Bakr's expedition. The people of Garifuna. I saw an episode of the New York Botanical Garden, see below, whereby a group of people called Garinagu were welcomed. They explained their origins by mentioning the blending of Native Americans with Africans from the Kingdom of Mali. There is proof. The books are in the same place. The articles are available. The issue is in the Eurocentric viewpoint from which history is written. Although black people have accomplished amazing things since the beginning of time, we have been indoctrinated to believe that they have not accomplished anything significant in the world. Otherwise, why is none of this taught in school? Why did these historical documents never find their way into textbooks used in classrooms? You know, when one of my followers initially told me this, I immediately thought, hey, here's another person spreading lies on the internet. It wasn't until I heard the Garifuna people's story that I started to believe it. The explanation for the existence of African crops in the Americas can also include the Mayans' presence on American territory. According to what I've read, the fact that Columbus brought much of Europe to the Americas and made it easier for Europeans to settle there is still not up for debate. Slavery, colonization, and all the other well-known things came after it. What do you think about everything? This is not to suggest that the first non-Native Americans to visit the Americas were Mansa Abu Bakr and/or his people. It is just stating that there is proof that they visited the Americas prior to Columbus. Actually, from what I've read, Mansa Abu Bakr wasn't the first to visit that place. It was the Vikings and the Chinese. Contemporary genetic studies have also shed light on the ancestral connections between African and Native American populations. DNA analysis has uncovered genetic markers shared by both groups, suggesting intermingling and shared ancestry long ago. It's time to re-evaluate our understanding of history and embrace the possibility that black people were present in the Americas prior to Columbus. By exploring these historical connections, we can better appreciate the diversity and complexities of our past. Thank you for watching this thought-provoking video. We hope you found it enlightening. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more engaging content.